Boom, hey internets, before we jump into the interview, I want to say that this video was done in collaboration with the good people at Dcon. DesignerCon is a premier destination for brands, toys, collectibles, fashion brands, artwork of all types. It's a great event. If you do have a brand, I would have you consider thinking of attending there and check out the vibe. Having said that, let's get to the interview. Tell us about Boom Bap Kids. Like, if someone's experiencing it the first time or you're trying to describe it, tell us about that whole project.
Man, Boom Bap Kids is basically what you hear in the name, man. We're just a bunch of old hip hop heads on some nostalgic, nostalgic. I mean, we all grew up in our bracket. We grew up with puppets and, like everything from Dark Crystal to the Muppets to even Muppet
Sesame
Babies,
Street.
man, all that,
Yeah.
Sesame Street, all that,
Yeah.
man. So it was actually a really cool project that popped up during the pandemic, man. And my whole thing was like, oh man, I'm gonna start making these for homies. But my whole thing with making puppets was I wasn't gonna make anything that resembles my panda. Like, now I kind of want to because people know me as it.
Yeah.
But I was like, if I'm gonna make someone a puppet, it's gonna be of them, or I'm gonna make characters of my friends.
Right.
And then I got into, because it's hip hop, I was just like, damn, I want to make hip hop dudes. And like, for me, like my whole thing was with Boom Bap Kids, if I'm gonna make an iconic hip hop artist that we looked up to growing up, they're gonna emulate what they look like in the 90s. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if we make Jazzy, he's not gonna look like Jazzy today. He's gonna look like Jazzy from the Fresh Prince.
In that golden era, right?
Yeah, totally. That's why our characters look like that. So basically, when 2020 hit, Mike Steele and the homie Silent John, they approached me. I was already making music with Silent John, tracks here and there, and I was already working with Mike because he owns Lasonic boomboxes. They're like, yo, we should do something with him. Like, I don't know, go on Twitch or something, make a show. And I was just like, dude, people have been asking me, but I know what it takes to do a show. Like, you need everything. You need a studio, you need a production team, you need all that. And Mike was like, dude, I have all that. So I was just like, word up. And then the pandemic hit and I did they're like, let's just come kick it at the studio, man, and we can talk more about the puppet. So Silent John, he's a technical dude, man. You teach him something, he gets super into it. So he became the puppet master. I'm the puppet king, but he became like the builder. So he made the majority of our puppets. He did De La Soul, he did Exile and Blue, he did Jazzy Jeff. Like, we have a bunch of cool guys because we have a really good team. Mike's really good at production, and Silent John's a ill DJ. And our whole squad, they're all fucking nasty DJs, dude.
Oh yeah.
So when we started doing the show, I'm like, dude, how are we gonna get these dudes on our show, man? Like, you're talking beat junkies, you're talking like blah blah, and they're like, oh, we know all of them. So I was just like, yeah. That's crazy. Like, I mean, I've met Rhett before that. Yeah. Between Jayski, Mike Steele, Mikey Disco, and Silent John and Cutso. Like, dude, our network is just bananas. So it's not even an effort. Like, we just be like, yo. And that's what I was worried about. But the moment a DJ saw what our show looked like, they're like, I don't give a fuck, man. Put me on the show. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it took off. Yeah, it took off. And perfect storm with everything that happened in 2020, right? I mean, people were stuck on their screens, right?
Yeah. I mean, we did our first festival last month. Now things are opening, so we're slowly like doing stage shows and stuff and working with a lot of big names. Like when we got a DM from Jazzy Jeff, that was just next level. Like, what the hell? Like, holy shit.
That's crazy.
And we go into Macio's Twitch stream and he's like, what up, Boom Bap Kids? Like fools shouting us out is just bugged out to me, man. Like, these are my heroes. My heroes are shouting us out individually too, because we'll go in there and they're like, what up, Woes? I'm like, yeah, no way.
That's crazy. Also, I want to re-emphasize between Jayski, Mike, and I mean the network of these DJs, like people like Silent John on tour around the world, with KRS-One's DJ. Yeah. I mean, the resume of each of those dudes is a ridiculous network.
It is, and they all belong to their own crews individually that were gnarly as shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mike's worked at Coachella for years.
And but with Boom Bap as an entity, like the business part of me, I mean, there's just so many possibilities where, I mean, it's just super untouched. It's like getting getting the license of something is so attainable because no one has really done anything really cool in that category.
So like the first time I ever really popped up the puppet was at Art Basel in Miami. And it was just in my stories. And it was just basically me walking around at homies' murals and be like, yo, what up, man? What up, Slick? I'm like outside your mural, you know, and when Mike saw that, he's like, dude, that's just gonna pull everybody. Like, you need to we need to do something with these puppets. You know what I mean? That's so crazy. Everyone from your grandma all the way down to little kids are gravitated to it. You know what I mean? And it being like boom bap hip hop, like dudes our age are like, they're like watching our show with their kids, you know, which is amazing.
That's amazing. Bro, big shout out to Boom Bap Kids and everything you guys are doing. That's amazing.
Thanks, man.
So, where's a good place for people to follow you in your journey?
Instagram, pretty much. At the Boom Bap Kids on Instagram.
Def. So, obviously, guys, I highly encourage you to follow everything Woes is doing. Also, Boom Bap Kids as a separate entity and everyone involved with the Boom Bap Kids. We're going to have all of those down in the description below, all of those links. Guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Mahalo.